welcome back to Quick Calls. Today we are here with Olivia Perez Alonso, director and actor of the new film, The Journey for Justice. So Olivia, from my understanding, this is the first time for you ever directing a film for a major streaming platform. Is that correct?
Yeah, so this is one of my first times being director of a film that's going to be put out on Netflix specifically. I've done some other work in directing small films in the past, but nothing like this before, no.
Wow, okay. So tell me, how is it that you were able to be the director of a film for Netflix, given that you haven't had much experience yet with big name streaming services?
So typically, I act in and create films and upload them to smaller streaming services like YouTube or maybe websites that I'm aware have many subscribers. But with this film, I had a strong belief that it has like a good potential to go far. So I decided to submit the pitch for the film to Netflix, hoping that they would take an interest, and here we are.
Well, that's huge. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about the film. Is there a specific message you were trying to convey to your viewers for the film?
Of course. So the film is about a girl who suffers abuse both mentally and physically. Unfortunately, she struggles to tell anyone about what's going on at home, which actually leads to her passing away. Had she told someone, it's possible that things could have been prevented, but it was too late. So after her death, her two best friends started to get the hint that something wasn't right, so they looked further into it. The movie then continues to show the friends making discovery after discovery to find that Olivia's parents were abusing her. Olivia's friends then take it upon themselves to fight for justice for Olivia by going to court against her parents, hence the name The Journey for Justice. So overall, the movie represents the message that if anyone is going through abuse, or if you know anyone who may be going through abuse, it's okay to talk to someone, or it's okay for them to talk to someone. Nobody should have to suffer in silence, and sometimes telling someone might, really help that person. Um, Also, our cast is all females, which we did on purpose to represent feminism. Nearly 3 in 10 women, in comparison to 1 in 10 men, experience rape, physical violence, or stalking by a family member or a partner. So I decided it'd be important to represent feminism in this film.
Well, that's a very important message that you conveyed in that film. So congratulations for that. As a new director, what was it like filming the film? Do you think you saw yourself improving as the film went on? Did you see yourself learning new tips and tricks for your film?
Absolutely. So before the making of this film, I never really did any work in the editing side of filmmaking. I think the main reason for that is because I never really looked at a film in the way that I looked at this one in terms of potential. So I figured the only way to make sure that the film was good enough for Netflix was to do some of the editing myself. I learned about new skills like how to make shots add up, which is called the 180-degree rule, or camera shots like an establishing shot, a POV shot, and many other skills. Since I'm also an actor in the film, I definitely learned more about the importance of specific details in filming, like camera angles and sound.
Wow, interesting. So, can you tell me more about the technology side of the film? What technology you used for things like filming and editing?
Yeah, so for this film, we actually just use our phones. We figured iPhones would be a much easier way to manage like the number of clips that we have, and the editing apps and options on iPhone also offer many varieties of choices and ways to be creative with our film. To edit the film, we used CapCut. CapCut was really good in the whole like editing process because it had the right options that allowed all of our ideas to come to life. For those of you who are on TikTok, I'm sure you know about CapCut. Like the blur in the scene at the start, for example, which we'll play right now. All we needed to do to create this blur was like we adjusted the lighting, and the effect in this scene was only took two buttons really. And another example of the effects we found in CapCut was in the scene with the flashback, which I'll play right now.
Listen to me.
For this scene, you can see the yellow coloring as well as a slight blur to create a distorted look. We use this to hopefully make it seem more like a flashback rather than just a random scene that we put in for no reason.
Wow, that's pretty impressive that you put this all together with an iPhone. Well, I think that's all we have time for today, Olivia. Thank you so much for joining us on Quick Calls. We wish you the best of luck on your filming journey, and we hope to see you back soon. Thank
Of
you,
course.
everyone.
Thank you so much for having me.